Welcome to another class of AI art generation. In this class, I'm going to be showing you the overview of Canva's interface. Before getting into our main classes, we have to know a bit about its overview on its interface and workspace. In my previous class, I've shown you how you can get started with Canva, how you'll be able to get into the platforms, and obviously how you'll be able to open up a project. So without any further ado, let's hop onto our class. Just make sure you are connected to the internet, and obviously just make sure not to skip any part of this class. So as I've opened up Canva, now the first thing we have to do is open up any project. Now it could be either from social media or presentation, whiteboard, doc, or whichever one you prefer. But I would start off with the presentation. So I'm going to click on presentation, and by this ends, I'm also going to be showing you how the video section work. Now, the first thing which you will see when you open up the workspace is the top parts are going to be the same, except for the name. You'll be able to name up your project. Let's say this one is going to be new. That's going to be the name, nothing else. You'll be able to add in members or give people access so that you can work with them directly. Now, I'm also going to be showing it to you by the end of this course, how you'll be able. Then you also have this inside option. It will help you to understand how many people are viewing your project or how many people are working with it. Now it allows creators to see that how many people engaged with their project or engaged with their, content, and how many people actually used it as a shared link, or even how many people has viewed it. You'll be able to send it to your teacher, and on the share option, it allows you to connect with a lot of these social medias and different type of platforms. And you'll be able to add in people with more Canva accounts, and also you'll be able to change what they can do. You can also give them access to editing it. You'll be able to give it as only a view, or you'll be able to give other, let's say, the link, and they will be able to view it but do nothing else. So it depends on you what you want them to do, and you'll be able to make up a group project just the same way. You'll be able to save it as a copy or as a link and share it so that others can view it and also work with it at the same time. You'll be able to present it on presentation mode, and you'll be able to see it in full screen, presenter view, or present and record at the same time. So click. There we go. This is basically the presentation view, and you'll be able to get out of it just by escape on your keyboard. So now we know about the top part. And obviously the last thing which we need to know is about the download, share on social, like send. If you want to download it, you'll be able to see a lot of these formats which are available. You'll be able to use those formats. And obviously if you want to share it on social, you also have a couple of socials connected, which you'll be able to use with. And if you don't see your platform over here, which you can connect directly and share them, click on more, and you will have a vast amount of platforms to connect to directly from Canva. What you basically have to do is just make sure you are connected with those accounts too, and then you'll be able to just upload it directly staying from Canva. You don't even have to go off to other software or other websites and publish them. Now let's move on to the left side. Now on the left side, we have a couple of these platforms. You'll be able to hide them and also increase them or, just open them up at the same time. Over on the designs, you will basically find out a couple of templates, layouts, and different styles. You'll also be able to search up for templates according to your need. Let's say maybe I want a presentation Japan-based or Japanese-based. So I'm going to click on Japan, hit on search, and I will basically have all the Japan-based, let's say, presentation templates. I'll be able to use them up. And obviously these are presentations. So there will be a lot of these pages which I'll be able to work with. If I don't want to use it, I'll also be able to remove it. And I'll be also able to use color filters and languages at the same time. It allows me to see a couple of these templates too, which I've seen on my home panel. So if you want to start off with the home panel, you'll be able to select them directly from that, and you'll be able to open them up from here. You can see you have two of these options, and you also have this recently used ones, which you'll be able to see, and you'll be able to work with them too. Okay. So fiddle through the ones which you actually like and you'll be able to open them up. Then let's move on to these ones. These are basically suggestions. You'll be able to use them. Click on them and it's going to search on its own and obviously going to give you a couple of resources and researches. Let's go off to the layouts. Now the layouts are a bit different. It depends on what data you have on your working space or your page. So it's going to make something related to that, something like this. You'll be able to use this too. You'll be able to use different type of these options and different type of these layouts. Now let's go off the style. Now the style is kind of like a brand kit on its own. Now if you have your own brand kit, you will be able to use them. Now let's search up for style. Let's say I want something retro. Hit on enter and there we go. We don't have any brand kit or any styles related to retro. But there are a couple of these options which you'll be able to use. Click on the one which you want. Let's say I want something lively. It's going to give me combinations, color palettes, and also the font sets at the same time. All of these combined are also called a brand kit because all of them is going to just contrast each other or complement each other. You can also see all, click on see all, and you will find out the one which you actually like. You can also close them off. You can go off to, let's say I'm going to search in for retro, or maybe I want something blue or lively. You'll be able to use a couple of these options and you can go back and also search up for templates. Let's say I'm going to clear it up. And then we have this option of combination, but you can go back and you can go search for color palettes too. It will only change up the color palette. But if you use the combination, it's going to have the color palette and also the font at the same time. And the fonts are going to be different from one another. Let's say the heading to be different and also the body to be different and also the subheading to be different. So find out the one which you actually like. If you have recently used a couple of them, all of them will appear up on the recently used option or the use section. Then we also have the font section, differently. You'll be able to use them too. You can see 3 of these fonts, all different, are also in one of these sets. You'll be able to work with them too whenever you want to. Then we also have recently used designs. It's also there so that it helps you to find out the one which you've recently used. Now let's apply one of them. Let's say apply 2 pages. First, I'm going to go up to templates and here I'm going to apply, let's say this one. And over here, I'm going to apply this one. Now, if we go back to design, go back over here and go off the style. And if you click on any of these combinations, it's going to change the color and also the font at the same time. Now click on the other one. Let's say I'm going to use this and you can see the color has changed. If I want to use specific color palette, I'll also be able to use it and all of the colors will change according to which color I've selected. Now, if I go back, you also have a couple of categories and also auto searches. You also have the font sets. Click on them and click on the one which you actually like and how it will match up to the other ones. So this is basically how it will look. Okay. So find out the one which actually meets up your criteria so that you'll be able to apply it without any tension. Now let's go off to elements. All of the resources which you need to find out from Canva are going to be over on this platform. First off, we have the search bar. Now, before the search bar, I'm going to show you each and every one of these platforms step by step. Let's start off with the recently used one. All the recently used graphics, photos, videos, every resource, all of them will be appearing over here. Then we have shapes. If you want to use shapes, there's a vast amount of shapes to select from too. You'll be able to apply them just by clicking on them and applying something like this. This is how it will work. Then let's go off the text. Now okay, let's move on to the next one of the shapes. The next one we have are graphics. Whatever graphics you need, all of them will appear up over here. You also have featured ones, gradient ones, stickers, and all of them. You'll be able to work with them. If you want to apply any one of them, click on any of these graphics, and it will be applied directly onto your working space. Then let's go back and you will be able to search up graphics from here too. The next one is tables. If you want to create your own table onto your workspace, click on the one which you want and it will be applied. The next option which we have over here are going to be a bit different. The next one we have is AI image generator. This is the most important part of this course, which you will be able to use to generate your own. So if you want to generate any AI, you'll be able to select on this generate your own. It will take you to this platform, and then you can select up your preferences. You can also check on see all, and you'll be able to select the one which you need. Let's say I want something psychedelic. You'll be able to select up the aspect ratio, put in your keywords, and then just generate the image. If you want graphics, you'll be able to do that too. If you want videos, you'll be able to generate them too. But I have a specific class for this AI generated art, so I'm not going to be showing it to you. I have a whole different brief class about it, so make sure not to skip that part. Then we have the photo section. You'll be able to search up for whichever photo you want directly, and you'll be able to use them directly from Canva too. Let's go back from photos. The next one is videos. The same over here. You'll be able to use whichever videos you want from Canva, and you'll be able to work with them. And obviously on images and videos, you also have a couple of these categories to select from. It's also going to be based on what you actually want. Okay, so now you know about videos too. If you want to use audios, you'll be able to also search up for audios the same way. You'll be able to download them and also get a preview of it whenever you want. The chart section is going to be over here. You also have a couple of categories to select from. If you want to use any one of them, just click on it and it will be applied. And you'll be able to fix up or customize these options too, depending on what you actually want. Okay, so this is how it will work. You can also turn it off by just clicking on it, and you'll be able to change it up to however you want. Okay, so this is basically how it works. I'm going to take this to the corner, take this to the corner so that I can see most of it. Okay, now let's go up to the next one where we have our stickers. You'll be able to use a vast amount of stickers provided by Canva. So select up the one which you want, just like this, and it will be applied directly onto your workspace, and you'll be able to also resize them whenever you want to. Let's go back again, and then we have the frames. It allows you to use frames and photos at the same time. As we've applied our frame, now let's show you how you'll be able to take those photos. Let's go up to the photo section, take this directly over here, and apply directly something like this, and the photo will be mocked up onto that platform or onto that frame. And this is how it will look like. Then we also have grids, which you can make so that it also looks good. You'll be able to apply photos on these platforms too. It will also work as a frame. Then we have the mockups. If you have any mockups which you want, apply it and you'll be able to use it. If you want to click on see all, you will also have a couple of these categories on where you want to mock up your design on. If you have this mockup option, just take any one of these images. I'm going to click on this. Let's say I'm going to take this over here and apply it over here. It will take a bit of time to mock it up to your photo. And then you can see that this is how it looks like. Okay. So now you know how you will be able to use mockup too. Let's go down over here. And then the last one which remains are the collection of stickers and icons. Well, these are also termed as graphics. So whichever, set you want to use, you'll be able to select them, and you can also click on see all so you have all of these sets to use. Okay? And the last thing which you need to know is that when you are searching for anything, it will basically show you everything you need from that specific keyword. Let's say I want Sakura. Hit on enter. It's going to give you graphics, photos, videos, audios, and more if you have them. You can see there are no mockups, charts, or anything. But if I search in for one, hit on enter, you also have these options. Then we have is like mockup. We don't have any shape. Then we have audio. We can also have frames. Then we also have mockups. And if we have any charts, we'll be able to use them. If you don't want to use this, let's say I want to search for square, hit on enter. Then we also have shapes to use, graphics to use, photos to use, videos to use, frames to use, even mockups to use. And if you have charts, you'll be able to use them too. Let's say I'm going to search for business. Now you can go off. Let's say I'm going to do is going to be searching for this business. Go off the charts and you'll be able to use them too. Okay. So now you know everything you need to know about elements. Now we can go off to the text section. First off, we have our font section. It's going to help you to search for fonts and combinations. Let's say I want papyrus. You can already see over here. Click on that and it's going to show you the one which is most relatable to that keyword. You can also put in a text box onto your workspace just by clicking on add to text box, and this is how it will look like. You can also open up another page and you'll be able to add another text box whenever you want to. You can also go after your brand kits and use your own type of text and design at the same time. On default, it's going to be a header, subheader, and then a bit of the body. So this is how the whole thing will look like. Okay. And then if you want to use the fonts, there are a couple of recently used ones. And if you don't want to use these two, you'll be able to use font combinations. These are kind of like graphic related fonts, which you'll be able to use and make your text look a lot more better. It is most useful when you are making, let's say, a design, or when you are making a poster, or even sometimes a logo. Okay, so it saves up a lot of time on the design section. And you'll be able to change up the designs too. Let's say if I click on this, it will be applied on my screen, and I'll also be able to change it however I prefer. Okay, and you can obviously change the fonts just by clicking on this, and then you can go off the font section and you'll be able to change it however you want to. We're going to go off to that working space and the tool section just after we are done with this one. Then you can go off to brand kits and you'll be able to make up your own brand kit. But as we don't have it, we're going to skip it for now. This is the upload platform. From here, you'll be able to upload whichever resource you have. Let's say if I click on upload files, and if I go off to, let's say I'm going to go off to downloads, and if I want to use any of these, I'll be able to use them. Let's say maybe I want to use this, and it will just upload on its own, and I'll be able to use it on my workspace. Let's say I'm going to take it into my working space or my page right now, and there we go. This is how it looks like. Okay. So now you know how you'll be able to upload files. You'll be able to search for the uploaded files too. You can also go off the video section for videos. You can go off the audios for audio and image for images. You can try it on your own and fiddle with it, but we're going to go on with the class. You have this draw section to draw up certain parts on your page, mark up certain parts, and also remove them at the same time. It also helps you to point it out, and you will also be able to use this highlighter, and you will also be able to change the weight and transparency of whatever tool you are using. When you go off to the project section, it's going to show you all of the recently worked projects. So you'll be able to search them. You'll also be able to search up for the starred ones and also create your own working space or your folder for your works and projects at the same time. When you go off to apps, well, in my previous class, I've shown you about it. But if you want to search up for apps, let's say I'm going to search up for mockup, hit on enter. And basically I have mockups, CanSquash, and also Quick Lorem. So these are the ones which are related to mockup softwares or mockup apps. You'll be able to use them. And why are these called apps? Because these are basically apps. And obviously, Canva is also supported on mobile devices, so you'll be able to use them too. So Canva is made in such a way so that you can use all of the features on both platforms or different platforms. Over here, you have Discover section. It's going to be a lot and a vast amount of apps. You can go up to your own apps and check them out. Whichever apps you apply or download on your device or attach it to Canva, they appear over here. And on the Discover, you have these categories, what are going to be your work, and also a couple of suggested ones. Let's say you want an app related to audio. So you can click on audio, and all of the audio related ones will appear over here. You can also turn it off, and you can go off to different, let's say, apps. So let's say I'm going to do is going to be clicking on that. Let's go off to apps again. If you want something from like photos, well, create, background, translate, logos, all of them are also going to be over here. You can also go off to a couple of these searches and search up for the featured ones. You'll be able to apply it. When you want to work with it, just click on any one of these, click on open, and it will be opened up on your device. You can choose a file now. Let's say maybe if I press remove background, it will remove background on its own and directly apply it. So what happens is that I don't have to individually take it to my workspace and then remove the background whenever I want. Okay. So now you know about the works of plugins or let's say apps in Canva. It's just going to increase up your functionality and reduce your time of investing on other apps rather than working them directly from Canva. Okay. You can also turn them off and on at the same time. Let's go off and turn this off. Let's turn this off. Let's go off apps and you'll be able to fiddle through the ones of these featured ones. Okay. And then we have is the start section. Obviously, it's just going to help you to find out the start projects or whatever resource you have. And obviously on the background, it's just going to be any of the apps which you apply directly onto your workspace. So now you know everything you need to know about the left side panel or the menu panel of your working space. Now let's go off to the toolbars. So if I click on any one of these texts, the toolbar appears up. From here, you'll be able to see the font section. It also allows you to search them. A couple of text styles over here, which are already saved and used. And obviously, you'll have a couple of these categories to select from. And when you fiddle through these text with your mouse, you'll be able to get a preview of how it will work. If it doesn't work, then you just have to apply it and check it out on your own. Okay? And obviously, there's a vast amount of fonts which you'll be able to use. And as this is cloud-based, you can also search up for the ones which you want and download it if you don't have it. You'll be able to increase up the font size and also reduce it. And you can also put in a number. Let's say if I put in 150, hit on enter, it will be applied. You can also change up the color of your text. You also have a dedicated color panel. It will help you to generate whichever color you want. And if you have photos, you'll be able to also take colors from that photo. Then we have is this bold section. You'll be able to bold up your text, italic them. You will also be able to underline them at the same time. So whichever one you prefer, click on it, underline, and there we go. Then we have is the strike through. You'll be able to apply strike through and then the uppercase and lowercase. If I type in now, this is how it will look like. I'm going to change it to white. Select on this text and white. There we go. This looks a lot more better. And then we have are the alignments, left, right, center, and justified. Then we have is the list. There are a couple of listing options. You'll be able to use line spacing just like this, line spacing like this. You'll be able to anchor them up at the top and the bottom too. Then we have are the effects of whatever you want to apply on your text. You'll be able to apply whichever text applications or customizations you want. You'll also be able to use them on your art too. Then we have a couple of these animations. You'll be able to appear or apply the ones whichever one you need. Just select on the one and this is how it will look like. Okay. Then the next one we have the position. It will allow you to position your graphic onto your workspace. Let's say if I want forward, I can put it forward. I can also put it backward depending on whatever I want. You can keep it top, middle, bottom, left, center, and right at the same time. I'm going to keep it middle and center so that it looks a lot more better. You can also fix it up with the width and height. You can fix up the ratio. You can also fix up the X and Y axis individually and rotate it according to your need. When you go off the layers, you'll be able to work with layers. Let's say if I want to keep it at the bottom, it will be now underneath. And if you obviously don't want to, spend that much time, but I would suggest you go off the layers and check it out on your own. You can go off the arrange and also bring them forward and backward at the same time. It's going to do the same thing. Select on the text. Now the last one we have is kind of like transparency. You'll be able to fix in the transparency of it. Then we have is this option over here, copy style. You'll be able to copy up the style wherever you have. Now let's say if I take this text over here, Control Z, ungroup. If I take this text over here, select up this part, click on this and apply it on here, you'll see that it will have the same type of effect being applied, no matter what. Even if I have like another text over here or another font, let's say maybe I want this right now. If I take this over here, select up this part, select on this and apply it, it will also have the same font being applied to it. Okay. So the last one which we have is lock position only. You'll not be able to, change it. Okay. So it will just stay. But if you select both of them, it will also be locked. You'll not be able to move it anywhere. Okay. So now you know how it will work. Select on the part and unlock it. Okay. Now I'm going to apply just a graphic over here so that I can show you how you will be able to change up those things too. So let's say I want an apple, hit on enter. Let's say if I apply this, you'll basically see all the things are same, but you'll be able to flip them out horizontally and vertically. You'll be able to edit the image, or you can go off the image section, which is going to be very important for this course. You'll be able to see these features, effects, and also apps. Okay, you'll be able to adjust them, crop them, and also apply smart crops and all. Okay, so now you basically know about these platform a lot more. And the last thing which we need to know about is from the file. You can change up the name of your project from here. You can create new design, import your file, and go to settings from here. You'll be able to save it to any specific folder, make a copy of it, download it. You can see the version history, see the comments, and you can also go up for help. Now, if you want to change up, the viewing angles of, or let's say the views of this workspace, what you basically have to do is go off the file over here, or you can also go off to these three dots over here, click on view, and you can change it however you want to. This is how basically simple it is to work on Canva. And obviously, if you don't want to do anything, just click on this page. You'll be able to select or change the color of the page too. Okay. And obviously, you can open up new projects directly from any specific project. And if you want to open up another tab, click on plus. And let's say I'm going to obviously show you the video, which I said. You can also go directly to home and you'll be able to change up the interface how it looks like too. You'll be able to use this ruler at the same time. And obviously, if you want to fix out your viewing angle of your workspace, you can obviously go off the settings. This is going to be a bit different. You'll be able to show rulers, add guides. You can also turn them off, rulers and guides. You can also go off the file, click on settings. You can also turn off show margin and all. You'll be able to turn them off and on just by clicking once. Okay, you'll be able to just, toggle through them on and off. Show print bleed, captions, video quality, and also design accessibility and language at the same time. So this is how simple it is. Now let's go off to the last working space, which is going to be video. Well, basically the page system is the same, so you'll be able to apply new layers and pages to increase up your video time. If you have it on presentation, you are just adding more pages. Able to play through the whole thing, and obviously you'll be able to fix in the play header at the same time. Over here, let's say on the second, I'm going to put in, let's say I'm going to apply all 5 pages, and it's just going to load and thing at the same time. So I'm going to wait for a bit until all of the video has been loaded up because it is now downloading, and after it will be downloaded, it will be viewable. Now let's play up the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you know how the video section works. Click on your video, you'll be able to edit your own video through the tools by applying filters, background remover, and you can also adjust up your video. You can also cut this part up, trim them out. You'll also be able to get a playback. You can crop, flip, and change the color and animate them at the same time. You can also turn off the audio if you prefer. You can zoom in and out of the platform on all of these presets. You'll be able to see them in grid views if you want to. You can also see them singular view. You'll be able to size so that you can get into presentation mode and check them out. You can press on escape directly of this presentation mode too. So hope you understood everything about this class on how you'll be able to fiddle through the interface and working space of Canva. And if you still have any confusion about any part of this class, make sure to let me know because from our next class, we're going to be starting to show you everything you need to know about AI art generation on Canva. Without any further ado, let's move on to our next class of AI art generation with Canva.